Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's always a pleasure to talk with you and share with you my thoughts about everything, life, experiences, past, talk about future, talk about everything. Here, I feel really free to talk about everything, and I would like to share with you a really incredible experience that I had the last week. I've been to the cinema and I watched the Odyssey, famous movie that is um, really having a huge success around the world. And it's a movie of Christopher Nolan. It's a great movie. And today I would like to not give only just my opinion or give a spoiler about a movie. And just before to watch this video, I will make a spoiler, so I don't wanna just ruin your experience to the cinema, just in case you wanna go to watch it. But I would like to talk about what this movie portrayed for me and what this movie means for me, and not only because it's just of the pure uh, movie itself, about how it's made, about how it's been made from his directors, from his producers. It's a colossal. There are a lot of great important actors that play important roles. But it's not only a movie. I think it's a story. It's a story of Odysseus, who is a man that um, plan to change himself and plan to probably um, write the history of his life in a way that probably it wasn't expected to do. It's not only a journey. It's not only a journey from point A to point B. It's not only a journey made by obstacles, ups and downs, peaks and troughs. It's not only that, it's probably something more. And Nolan in this movie try more of once to bring himself and carry on every single part of his capture. I'm talking about the director, Christopher Nolan, because in this movie, it's like to see a lot of parts of Christopher Nolan's captures in every single scene. It's like if the actors are not only actors that play a role, but are people that play the part of a story that it's written by Christopher Nolan. Um, it's more than a movie because it's full of meanings. And if you watch the movie from different point of views, not only from one point of view, you can be aware about that the movie itself is held by the capacity to each actor to bring and carry on an original way to, sometimes even not by talking, but sometimes just acting by every single action that they do that is made by passion, power, and everything. It's a movie that touched the heart of the people, touched the deepest part of the people, because sometimes it's not only a movie that you watch it, and as you know, the audience on cinemas are watching a movie, and the movie itself, it's um, it's a reference point where when you're gonna be out from the cinema, you will have your interpretation, but just after the movie. in this case it's different because it's more like if you have the possibility to make an interpretation of the movie while you are watching the movie. There are a lot of scenes where Christopher Nolan made and allowed people to to bring their own story on screen. For example, my favorite scene of the movie has been the sirens, the sirens scenes where Odysseus um, is going by ship, trying to overcome the sirens, and suddenly the sirens start to sing, and everybody are just blocking the ears because they immediately instantly they understand that listen that sound probably gonna kill them. And Odysseus is the only one of the crew that is like, if you wanna say like, okay, tie me to the mast, tie me to the tree, because I wanna listen to something that nobody has never heard before. I wanna hear something that nobody has never heard before. It's a really impactful and powerful scene because it's like if you want to face the fear, and is a scene really made me turn me on because it's still is turning me on because is the example when we want to face the fear, and we suddenly, even if we are not ready, but we understand that there's no another way, a different way, unless if you don't face the fear, whatever gonna be the price to pay, but just face the fear. And is what Odysseus did on that scene. And another important thing that I really appreciated on that scene is that Nolan allowed, and maybe he denied to the audience to listen. And this is something that I almost never seen in movies. I mean, a scene where it's so powerful, like I can't listen the sound. Everything was quiet, and I remember me was sitting in the cinema, and the people around me were like talking and try to make questions. I mean, why everything is quiet here? And it was. I mean, here Nolan for me showed that it's probably a genius because only just thing to make this inside a movie, or just made a movie like a video game. So you are allowing the audience to have an interpretation of the scene, and this is something really powerful. When you go off from the cinema, you just think about that scene like, I mean, what are portraying the sirens? What was like the sound? And you start to make an imagination of that. Probably the sounds were too painful, and where Matt Damon, Odysseus, was starting to cry, and we all saw the tears, and it was screaming. It was screaming. It was probably the most painful scene because he was really having thousands of thoughts, thousands of feelings all on once. And how can you explain? And probably that was the meaning of that silence that Nolan made. About how can you explain? Probably he thought, how can you explain to the audience what does it mean that sound? Sound that might be full of regrets, might be full of false promises, might be full of false dreams, might be full of pain and past, or of of regret, of each time that you've been suffering on your life. It's something that you can't really explain. And I mean, Nolan there really show the director that it is, and probably a lesser director would have done something different, would have filled that moment with something that would have been useless, probably. And this was a probably the most powerful thing and moment. But it's a movie that is full of details that made me so happy to watch. It probably is one of my favorite movies I've never seen in my life. And also the Trojan horse scene is a really impactful, powerful scene, because just see how the soldiers were walking and running right after hanging out from the horse. It was a scene that was full of details, because almost everybody doesn't know that the soldiers were waiting inside the horse from days and days, and they had they were running slowly, and they had the legs asleep, and there was a detail that wasn't easy to put inside the movie. And there's another detail that is hard and made your mind understanding how real is the movie. And I mean, yeah, it's a really incredible movie. I think it will be remembered for a long time, for a while, and yeah, definitely is inside my top 3 list of movies. And yeah, so this video was just to share convey my experience of the Odyssey. And yeah, it was just a free opinion that I wanted to share with you. So as always, thank you very much for everything, and I hope this video was useful for you. I hope you can subscribe to the channel just in case you like my videos. And yeah, thank you very much.